Well, good morning, everyone. I hope you're having a great day. We're here today with a lady who really needs no introduction around our church, at least. She is the undisputed champion of all things Operation Christmas Child around here. So, if you've worked with Samaritan Purse, you probably know Miss Marilynn Sanders. And here we're going to spend some time today talking about that ministry. We've spent through the summer months putting boxes together, filling orders, and now we're coming up on the distribution season. And so we wanted to take a few moments here today to talk with Miss Marilynn and see about some things that they might need going up toward the end of the year here. I want to start, Marilynn, today by asking about this year. My goodness, 2020 has just been a different kind of year in a lot of ways. How has that affected you with Operation Christmas Child?
It's been very different, and a lot of it is there's just so many unknowns, because we do know that a lot of churches weren't able to meet. They weren't able to do their collections during the year. People were out of jobs. So we aren't expecting the numbers that we've had in the past. But surprisingly, there is still an awful lot of interest, both here locally in Dodge County, as well as local counties that we also support, and even as far away as, other towns that are out of our area. We've been very busy at the Shoebox House. We're very thankful for the volunteers that we've had, because where we used to meet on Tuesday nights with a large group of 30 to 40 volunteers, we now have 4 or 5. So, but we're getting it done, but we just don't know what numbers to expect. Another change this year is our drop-off location in Dublin and also in Cochrane have decided not to be collection centers. So we're going to be receiving a lot of individual boxes from the churches in Dublin and Cochrane, as opposed to them dropping off at their drop-off center and bringing us cartons. We're going to have to handle individual shoe boxes.
Now that's really important, because even though orders may be down, you're going to be handling more boxes, because these collection points are not going to be operating. So
Right.
We can expect an uptick in the boxes we receive.
Yes, if the churches are participating this year, and I don't know which ones are and which ones, so we don't know really what to expect, but we have to be prepared for it.
Right.
We just know, though, that we are going to get individual boxes from churches in Cochrane and churches in Dublin that we're going to have to process and pack into cartons.
So if you're watching this today from Lawrence or Bleckley County, you may want to consider, if you want to get involved in Operation Christmas Child, coming over to Dodge County and helping us out with that, because you're going to have your churches that are participating in bringing their boxes in here. So that's a really important point. Now, you mentioned that you guys haven't been having as many volunteers at the Shoebox House. And I know a lot of people have been doing things at home. Has that worked out pretty well?
That was tremendous. I mean, we're very, very, very thankful. In the beginning, we had 27 to 30 volunteers that would come by the Shoebox House and pick up projects to help us get ready, to have items ready to pack into boxes and stuff. And as the summer went on, that kind of dwindled a little bit, but we're very thankful for those and there's still those that will come by and pick up things, and they'll take empty shoe boxes and take them home and wrap them and bring them back. And then we have those wrap boxes available to anyone who needs a wrap box. We don't have as many this year as we've had in the past, but we still have a few. But they're just little projects that they've done that have helped us so that we could pack the orders so people could fill their boxes.
Great. And Marilynn, one of the things you mentioned is that I don't think everyone knows this. They think the Shoebox House is just something that we do here locally. And I know over the past you filled orders nationwide. I mean, you've had them come in from all over. This year, what's the most distant location that you're filling orders?
We filled orders for Sherwood Baptist in Albany.
Yeah.
We have for a First Presbyterian Church in Columbus.
Okay.
In Atlanta, we've got orders that we've taken up. Well, they've come from Atlanta to get them, and so they've been from all over. Ellaville, we had orders from Ellaville, Buena Vista. So they travel. A couple years ago, we had one that came 4-hour drive from I can't think of the town, North Atlanta, North Georgia, but it was a 4-hour drive to come down here to get stuff for their shoeboxes.
Wow. And so I know that this has been a huge ministry. It's amazing what goes out from right here in Eastman, Georgia, to fill shoe boxes. Well, this time of year, the attention shifts from filling orders
That's right.
and putting together all of the little items that go into the boxes. Now we're talking about collections. And so you've got a whole different set of needs right now. Could you share with us about that?
Yes, again, because of the pandemic, we're trying to make this a contactless drop-off, and they're calling it curbside drop-off. We will be wearing masks and gloves. The donor has the option to sit in their car. They don't have to get out of the car. We will come to the car and collect the information that we need, and then while a volunteer is collecting the information, then somebody else will be unloading the car. And they have to take those boxes into the station, into the youth annex, and then we have to keep an accurate count. We have to make sure that the boxes out of one vehicle get put on one table. They don't get mixed up with another vehicle. Excuse me. So, yeah, we're going to try to make this to where it's, curbside. You can drop in, drive in. You don't have to get out of your car. We're going to come to you.
And so let's just kind of think about that process. When you say you need volunteers, you're obviously going to need people to be there by the curbside to take those boxes. They're going to take them inside over here at the station, and then inside, what do you have people doing in there? So they're recording, and what else?
Well, we have logs that we have to keep up with, the number of boxes that we've taken out of a vehicle. We're going to have 4 long tables set up. And again, if a church, I'm just using, say, Cottondale shows up, well, then we're going to have a table that all Cottondale's boxes are going to go on, so we keep that count. We don't make, and then that's the thing, is we have to be accurate on our numbers. So volunteers need to be conscientious. They need to pay attention. It's very important that the number of boxes we take out of that vehicle, or all the vehicles, match the number of boxes that we put on that trailer.
Okay.
So, but we're going to need help to go out to the car. We're going to have a clipboard. It's going to have a QR code on it, so the volunteer can show the driver. If they want, they can use their phone and take a picture of that QR code.
Okay.
They can fill out the form on their phone, and then hit the send, and it goes right to our regional headquarters.
Okay.
So they don't have to touch anything, or that's an option. We'll also fill out the forms for them.
Okay, very good. And if I'm not mistaken, correct me if I'm wrong here, don't you guys actually look at these boxes when they come in to make certain that they kind of...
No.
That's up at the distribution center.
That's at the processing center.
All right.
Our job is to move these boxes.
Okay.
We receive them, we record them, we're going to put them on the truck, they're going to go to Atlanta, and then at the processing center, every box is opened, and they inspect it to make sure it doesn't have the items that are not allowed. The liquids, the lotions, those type things.
Okay.
But no, and we don't check the money. Somebody was asking about, you're supposed to pay your $9 donation per box. That's not our job. We're not going to check that.
Okay.
So all we're doing is moving the boxes.
Very good. Well, now tell us about donations for shipping. What do people need to know about that?
Okay, you have the option. You can do a follow your box, which is it's fun. You go on to the SamaritansPurse.org/OCC website, and you pay your $9 donation per box. You're going to receive back an email with a barcode on it, an email that has your label with the barcode on it that's unique to you. At the processing center, that barcode is scanned. Then you will receive a message later telling you what country your boxes were sent to. Also this year, for those that bought the case of 50 boxes, you got some adhesive labels this year. And those also, you can activate either one label, or they come in a pack of 50, or you activate all 50 at the same time. It's the same thing. You're activating that barcode so they can scan it and then send you an email later where your boxes went.
Very good. And let me talk about those trucks, because we typically have a couple of semi-trailers that are parked here, and we have to have some strong backs to load those on there and to do that. So that's another way you can volunteer. You say, I'm not organized, I'm not good with paperwork. You can be used to load up a semi-trailer.
Yep.
Exactly. So all you strong young guys out there, this is an opportunity for you. Now, let me talk about Eastman First here just for a moment. This Sunday night, after our evening service, we're going to have our annual packing party here over in the Children's Ministry Center. And so, Marilynn, tell us a little bit about that, if you could.
Sure. We've been pulling the items from the shoebox house, the different various filler items. We've got them all ready. Then, again, volunteers are going to be needed to lay all this out. We'll have one large room set up for boys, one large room set up for girls. They'll have the labels on the boxes. You check the box. It's going to tell you the age of the child, then you're going to go around the tables and pick up gender age appropriate items to put in that shoebox.
Very good. And one thing I want to make certain that everyone's aware of, due to COVID-19, we are going to be asking everyone to mask up during that time while we're in there. We are going to be in fairly close proximity to one another, and we want to be as safe as we possibly can. So we not only want to protect the volunteers, we want to protect all those folks that are back there behind the table working. So we will be asking everyone to wear a mask, and we'll have some of those available, but encourage you to bring your own if you can. So Operation Christmas Child is a huge ministry here at Eastman First Baptist. We always want to do more than we ever have before, and this year I've challenged us, don't let this be a down year. Well, conventional wisdom would say that it's going to be because of everything that we've had go on, but it doesn't have to be. We can still fill shoe boxes, and we want to do that. So Marilynn, anything that you want to close out with here?
Yeah, there's one other volunteer opportunity. After we've completed the collection, and of course it starts on Monday the 16th, and the last day to bring your boxes is going to be Monday the 23rd. Then all these boxes are going to be sent to the Atlanta Processing Center. Another opportunity we have, every year we take volunteers up to the Atlanta Processing Center. And again, this is where you're going to go through the boxes. And they also need the men with the muscles because they're going to move these cartons. So they get them on the trucks, and right away they'll be shipped to port, and they're going to be put on a boat and go overseas. So ship and go overseas. But we've got a reservation to take 25 up to the processing center on Friday after Thanksgiving, where our work shift is 1 o'clock to 5 o'clock. We'll be leaving in the morning about 9 o'clock, I'm not sure yet. We'll stop along the way to have lunch before we go in there. We'll work from 1 to 5. We'll get back on the bus, we'll head home, we're gonna stop and have dinner, and then we'll get back about 9 o'clock that night. Again, everybody up there is gonna wear a mask. I'm not sure about the gloves, but we will be, then they've kind of spread us out if you've ever been there before. It's real tight, very crowded working conditions, but this year they're not getting the volunteers that they have in the past because of the COVID, so they need volunteers. We're not going to be as crowded. Again, we will be wearing masks and stuff, but we need volunteers. We need people to help. They're expecting to process about 1 million boxes in about 3 weeks. So that takes a lot of volunteers to help move those boxes and get them to the hands of the children.
Marilynn, thanks so much. There really are a lot of ways you can serve by volunteering with Operation Christmas Child. Hopefully next year we're back to normal, more than we ever had, than we were this year, and there'll be even more ways you can do that. And I want to stress, this is not just for Eastman First Baptist. If you are part of any of our regional churches around here, and you're watching this video, we're going to be putting some information up on the screen here for the ways you can volunteer, who to contact, and we hope you will. I know we're talking about Miss Marilynn, and she really is the face of Operation Christmas Child, but she would be the first one to tell you that she could not do what she does without an army of volunteers that takes place. And it's pretty remarkable when you see it, but we've had so many faithful folks. And Marilynn, even as I say that, I'm a little sad because we've lost some of them this year, haven't we? And it's it's a little sad. Some people that really, really participated faithfully. And so, but this is a great way to volunteer. We hope you will. God bless you. I hope you have a great week. Come join us Sunday night for our packing party, and we hope to see you this Lord's Day. Hope you have a great week.